Okay, after the time period of the Gaonim, now the center of Jewish life starts transferring from Bavel, and then really the Jewish community in Bavel dies out in terms of its numbers and its significance. There'll always be some Jews, literally until probably the 1940s, there were always some descendants of the Jews from all the way back then that still lived in Iraq and Iran. It's only now that stopped happening in a serious way. Okay, so now what we're talking about is we're talking about the Rishonim. This is the next time period is called the Rishonim. The Rishonim are people that you're very familiar with: Rashi, the Rambam, the Ramban, the Rashba, all the people that have like a resh that starts and their names sound funny, like Rif, Ramban, that they're acronyms, that they stand for things. Okay, we're familiar with these names. We just never really understood what time period they live in. They live in from the year 1000 to the year 1400. Okay, and they live all around in North Africa, and they live all around Europe. Some get to live in Eretz Yisrael. Okay, these Rishonim really concentrated on 4 areas that they studied, and they started writing heavily about these 4 areas. The first is they start writing explanations of the Chumash and Navi. So we call Tanakh, Bible, they start writing explanations. We study Rashi's explanation of Torah. We study Ramban's explanation of the Torah. Okay, that's where they write explanations of the actual Torah. Okay, then they start writing explanations of the Gemara. They explain the Gemara and start teaching the Gemara, and that's where Rashi has a commentary on the Gemara. The Ramban has a commentary on the Gemara. Tosfos has a commentary on the Gemara, and that's where we start seeing these first commentaries. The next area they start writing on is halacha. The Rambam writes on halacha. He writes full. This is what you should do in tefillah. This is what you should do in Shabbos. And for the first time, people start writing books on actual halacha, what Jewish practice should look like, as opposed to you having to learn it on your own out of the Gemara. Okay, the fourth area that they learn is hashkafa. Hashkafa are questions that we love to ask, the why questions. Why is it that God punishes people? How does God punish people? What's going to happen when Mashiach comes? Why is there Mashiach? Why is there 613 mitzvahs? Why does God want us to keep Shabbos? That's what we call hashkafa. In English, that's called philosophy. The 4 areas that they learned are Chumash, Gemara, right, writing commentaries on Gemara, writing halacha, like what the halacha says what you should do, and hashkafa, okay? And those are the 4 areas and what they're all about. You can answer your question now.